Welcome back to the channel, where today we bring you a story that is both heart-wrenching and inspiring. It's a tale of a little puppy who faced unimaginable cruelty at the hands of his owner. This innocent creature was subjected to a horrifying ordeal that left us all in shock. The story begins with an inbox message that arrived just 2 weeks ago, a message that would leave us speechless and deeply troubled. It was a cry for help, a plea for intervention, and it was a plea we cannot ignore. Someone had deliberately thrown scalding hot water on a defenseless little puppy. The sheer cruelty of this act was almost too much to bear. When we first saw the images, we were overcome with disbelief and sorrow. The puppy's tiny body was covered in burns, and he was in excruciating pain. It was an image that would haunt our thoughts for days to come. We immediately reached out to the person who had discovered the poor soul, the unsung hero who had stumbled upon this heartbreaking scene. The puppy had been found on the side of the road, abandoned and suffering, and no one knew how long he had been there, enduring unimaginable pain and despair. The urgency of the situation was undeniable. Immediate vet care was needed to give this puppy any chance of survival. As we embarked on this journey, we couldn't help but feel the weight of the responsibility and the immense challenge ahead. The puppy's condition was crucial and critical, and we knew that every moment counted. Little did we know that this would be the beginning of a remarkable and emotional journey, a journey filled with hardships, but also with moments of incredible resilience and hope. Every step of the way, the puppy's courage touched our hearts. His eyes, filled with pain and confusion, mirrored the innocence that has been so brutally violated. It was a sight that brought tears to our eyes, a stark reminder of the cruelty that exists in the world. The first night was its toughest, a relentless battle against time. The fear that the puppy might not survive hung heavy in the air. Every moment felt like an eternity. But what stood out was the puppy's unwavering determination and will to live. Despite the excruciating pain he must have been in, he fought with a resilience that left us all in awe. Over the course of 2 agonizing weeks, a dedicated team poured their hearts and souls into the puppy's recovery. The mental exhaustion was immense, as the days blurred into nights and the struggle to heal both the body and spirit took its toll. The puppy's injuries were severe, with burns covering his fragile body. These burns, deep and scalding, were a horrifying testament to the cruelty he had endured. Each day brought new challenges as the team embarked on a grueling routine of regular vet visits, bandage changes, and ensuring he received the proper nutrition needed for his healing journey. The burns were not just physical, they were a stark reminder of the pain and suffering inflicted upon his innocent soul. His skin, once smooth and healthy, was now scarred by the cruel act of hot water being thrown upon him. It was heartbreaking to witness the agony he went through during each treatment. The puppy's yelps of pain were a haunting sympathy that echoed the depths of cruelty that can exist in the world. But throughout it all, the puppy displayed an incredible spirit. His eyes, once filled with fear, began to shine with hope. It was as he understood that he was surrounded by people who deeply cared for him. The resilience of this little soul touched everyone involved in his recovery. He became a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of cruelty and pain, there is an indomitable spirit that refuses to give in. As the days passed, the burns slowly started to heal. It was a painstaking process, and the scars that were remained served as a permanent reminder of the puppy's unimaginable suffering. His increased activity each day brought tears of joy to those who had been invested so much love and care into his recovery. But even as the puppy's condition improved, the memory of the cruelty that he had endured remained a haunting presence. It served as a stark reminder of the work that still needed to be done to raise awareness about animal cruelty and to provide support to the animals in need. As days turned to weeks, the little puppy's recovery continued to amaze everyone involved. Slow but steady progress had become the hallmark of his journey. The wounds that once marred his fragile body were beginning to close up, leaving behind only faint scars as a testament to his resilience. Dr. Smith and her team were elated by the puppy's progress, but they knew that there was still work to be done. The puppy's increasing activity and resilience were truly heartwarming. He went from being unable to stand on his own to frolicking around the clinic's play area with a balanced amount of energy that belied his previous condition. It was as if he decided that life was worth living to the fullest, and he was determined to make the most of it. But amidst the celebrations of the puppy's remarkable journey, there were moments of concern. The team began to notice signs of anxiety in their furry patient. It was not entirely surprising given the trauma he had endured. He often would startle at sudden noises, his tail tucked between his legs and his eyes wide with fear. It was clear that the scars ran deeper than the ones in his body. Dr. Smith and her team rallied to address the puppy's anxiety. They introduced him to soothing routines, spent extra time with him, and enlisted the help of a dog behaviorist to work with his trust issues. Gradually, the puppy began to regain his confidence. His tail started to wag more freely, and the fear in his eyes were replaced with a glimmer of hope. As the days turned to months, the puppy's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. He had not only recovered physically, but also emotionally. His anxiety had diminished, and he had formed a deep bond with his team that saved his life. He was no longer just a patient, he was a cherished member of their makeshift family. The team pride in the puppy's journey was immeasurable. They had witnessed the incredible resilience of a creature who had faced unimaginable suffering and emerged stronger. It was a testament to the power of compassion, dedication, and the unwavering belief that every life deserved a chance at happiness. And so the time came for the puppy to leave the clinic that had been his sanctuary. He was ready for a forever home, and there was no shortage of loving families eager to adopt him. It was a bittersweet moment for Dr. Smith and her team. They knew that they had fulfilled their mission of saving their life, but they would miss their furry friend dearly. The days of the puppy's adoption arrived, and there were tears of joy and sadness as he left the clinic for his new home. He had come so far from the fragile, wounded creature they had found on that fateful day. Now he was a symbol of hope and resilience, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there could still be a happy ending. As an outro, it's important to acknowledge the widespread suffering of animals like the puppy before, that they find their way of compassionate individuals and organizations. The puppy's story was a ray of hope, but it served as a stark reminder that countless animals continue to suffer in silence, often at the hands of negligence or abusive owners. Dr. Smith and her team hoped that the puppy's journey would inspire others to take action, to be the voice for those who couldn't speak for themselves. In a world filled with stories of cruelty and suffering, the puppy's remarkable journey was a beacon of light, a testament to the power of love and care. It was a reminder that every life, no matter how broken, had the potential to heal and thrive with the right support and compassion. And as the clinic doors closed behind the puppy, Dr. Smith and her team knew that they had made a difference, not just in one life, but in the hearts of all of those who had followed the puppy's incredible journey. As we celebrate the heartwarming journey of this little puppy, it's essential to acknowledge the need for ongoing support for animals in need. There are countless other animals out there who are suffering just like this puppy once did. They need our help, our voices, and our compassion. We kindly request your support in raising awareness about animal cruelty by liking, sharing, and subscribing to organizations and individuals dedicated to animal welfare. You can amplify their efforts and reach a wider audience. Together, we can shine a light on the issues that animals face every day. Let's remember that it takes a collective effort to make a difference. Every small action, every act of kindness towards animals contributes to a brighter future for them. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and may the spirit of compassion continue to guide us on our mission to make the world a better place for animals in need.